Welcome to Historical Veracity, the channel where history meets rigorous examination. Today we dive into episode 5 of our series, Land of History, Israel's Conquest and Biblical Archaeology Unveiled. In this episode titled Settlement Borders, we explore the geographical and historical boundaries of ancient Israel as described in the scriptures and confirmed through archaeology. Join us as we uncover the truths behind the maps and what the land tells us about the past. From ancient texts to the ground beneath our feet, the stories of the past are waiting to be rediscovered. Let's embark on this journey together. Settlement borders. In the books of Joshua and Judges, maps are delineated consisting of a mosaic of hundreds of details about Israeli families and the names of villages and towns related to the topography of the land. From every angle we examine these lists, we receive confirmations. Joshua, 13:17, lists Kiriataim, Jahaz, Bamoth, and Ataroth in the inheritance of Reuben, evidenced by the famous Mesha Stele, located in the Louvre, Paris. Shmuel Yevin writes Joshua, 15:2, describes the boundaries of the inheritance of Judah. It is permissible to assume that the list of the boundaries of the inheritance of Judah was based on documents, or at least very ancient traditions belonging to the early days of the Israelite settlement in the land, and in any case, days preceding the Philistines' penetration into the coastal plain. Joshua, 17:2, mentions the family of Abiezer from Manasseh. This name is found on the Samaria ostraca. Here are additional names from Manasseh found in the area. Joshua, 19:27, describes the boundaries of Naphtali in the north, in the area of Kabul. The boundaries are narrower than those of Canaan described in the Torah, as we know from archaeological findings that there was Hittite control in the area. Therefore the sons of Naphtali could not complete the conquest. Shmuel Yevin. Joshua, 17:15, describes the sons of Joseph ascending the mountain and clearing the forest to find a settlement place, confirmed by archaeological findings that show that significant areas that were previously forested and sparsely settled became quite densely populated Israeli settlement areas during the conquest and settlement period. B. Mazar, Machanehaim, p. 21. Joshua, 21:12, mentions Kiriath Arba and its villages in the area of Judah. Interestingly, a settlement also called Hatzor, exactly in the territory of Judah, was discovered. Biblical Archaeology Review, November 1965. Judges, 1:15, lists the cities that were not conquered. Indeed, the list of unconquered cities is supported by archaeological research, including many of the cities mentioned. We witness the continuity of Canaanite culture until the end of the 11th century. O Mazar. Negev of Yeroham is mentioned in Samuel, 1 hour 27 minutes and 10 seconds, in the hieroglyphic inscription of Sheshonk the West of Egypt at Karnak, mentioning Arad of Beit Yera, and the names mentioned were identified in the genealogy list in Chronicles 1:425. In the inscription Pelatam Yeroham Anan in Chronicles, Pelat Yeroham Unam, World of the Bible, Chronicles. Throughout time, excavations are conducted and more settlements related to the settlement are discovered. Recently, the archaeologist Yossi Stepansky found a settlement from the time of Joshua ben Nun in Rosh Pina. Stepansky Y. The story of the settlement is a historical story in every respect and provides us with a solid grasp of the reality of the beginning of Israel in his land exactly as described in the Bible. The table we are looking at serves as a comprehensive main data summary derived from the last 5 documentaries. It consolidates a wealth of information into several distinct categories, each focusing on different facets of historical and cultural significance from the 10th to the 13th centuries. Here's a brief rundown of what each category represents on the table. 10 to 13, the century conquest documentation. This column traces the key events and figures that played pivotal roles in the conquest during these centuries, documenting significant transitions of land possession and political activities. Israel, in the 13th century. It focuses on specific individuals and families in Israel during the 13th century, providing insights into their interactions and conflicts with surrounding peoples and powers. Religious and cultic aspect. This section highlights the religious practices and cultic rituals of the time, emphasizing the importance of religious sites, sacrificial rites, and the centrality of certain religious locations like Shiloh. Conquest wars, detailing the methods of warfare, notable battles, and strategic moves employed during conquests, This column sheds light on the military aspects of the era. Characteristics of 13th century settlements discusses the urban and rural settlement patterns, architectural styles, and societal structures that characterize the settlements of the time. Canaanite cities lists major Canaanite cities that were significant during these centuries, providing context for the geopolitical and cultural landscape. Settlement and borders explores the geographic and administrative divisions of the time, detailing the territories of different tribes and the strategic importance of various regions. Each column is meticulously filled with entries that together paint a vivid picture of a dynamic historical period, blending narratives from multiple documentaries into a single, accessible format. This table not only serves as a visual summary, but also as a detailed guide for anyone looking to understand the complexities of this era. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of Israel's ancient settlement borders. We've traveled through time from text to terrain, uncovering the layers of history that define a nation. Don't miss our next episode, How is Archaeology Conducted?, where we'll delve into the tools, techniques, and tales of archaeology that bring the past to life. Subscribe to Historical Veracity, and stay tuned for more insights into history's greatest mysteries. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep watching Historical Veracity, where every discovery tells a story. See you next time.